Hey guys, Justa guy here with another episode of Sevtech, and it works. Not really sure why. I broke it down, rebuilt it, swapped the inputs around. I did a little dance, waved my magic hands. I even went and watched the Systems Collapse episode on building it, and his worked and mine didn't for no reason I can figure, but it works now. It finds the recipe, it puts it out. The only thing I could think of, other than maybe logging in and out, that fixed it, because I even broke the controller, took out the blueprint, and put the blueprint in, and I even tried building it with the blueprint in there to begin with, so I wouldn't have it, the model to work with or anything. But no. But the only thing I gotta think of is the output was these pipes, and I don't know if it didn't work right. It didn't seem to take it out, but it also didn't seem to, I don't know, it did something weird. So I did one of these hoppers facing so it pulls it out and puts it into the pipe. As you can see, the propane's coming out. Got a tank of it here and it's going pretty good now. I've been messing around with stuff. And it's working, right? Like I said, I have really no idea why it didn't work, why it does now. I have 4 of these things on here now. I'm probably going to push this one forward eventually, because it seems like you can have it pretty much right up. That's one of the things I learned from the System Collapse episode, is you don't really have to have it 10 blocks back. It's up to 1 block away, so whatever. It's nighttime, obviously. But the other thing I learned was how these stupid pipes work. All these engines need is a switch, and it has to be a block like adjacent to it, and it works. Unfortunately, only these 3 are working. It has to be attached to every single pipe you want to work. So these other ones aren't drawing water up. And I was like messing with this for a long time, and I was like, why isn't it working? And I was using wooden extraction pipes for items instead of fluid at first, and yeah. But it works. It's overkill. As you can see, it's completely full in every single way. But I was going for overkill because I wasn't sure how much the solar tower would go through in a day. And the downside of these is they only pull out water at 10 millibuckets per second, these wooden pipes, and there's nothing bigger that gets things. And if you're wondering where the water's coming from, well, the other thing I learned in Systems Collapse episode is if you have aqueducts down, and you can take buckets of water or extract water out of the flowing blocks without destroying it. So this 1 bucket of water is doing all these. So yeah, easy, infinite water. No stupid rain barrels or whatever else I've been doing all this time. The only problem is these engines are kind of a pain. Yeah, it's the circuit boards are a pain at that, making the insulated glass. The redstone alloys and all that, not too bad. Engineering blocks, I mean, I've made a lot of them, but they're annoying. But yeah, so this works. I'm getting steam, I'm getting propane, which means if I get a bucket, we can get the advancement. Alright, we got molten propane. Or propane. A propane, I guess. Or is that how you say it? I don't know if it's actually propane or is it propane. I know from King of the Hill they always say propane, but I don't know if that's the same thing or is it different. Because I always thought it was a gas, not a liquid. See, that's weird. That killed my torch. Does it burn? Yes, yes it does. Get me out, get me out. Ooh, that burns good. Oh, my torches are in my backpack, huh? Ow. I'm just curious if it's going to destroy any other torches. Well, that was a bad idea, guys. But yes, it looks like liquid steel, to be honest. And it probably destroyed a lot of my torches. Yeah. All the way down. Okay. Well, that's weird. It finally stopped. It should have probably kept. Oh, I guess this is more than 7. Huh. A rock. Didn't know, put it over on the rock. Whatever. But yeah, we have propane and it burns. Not sure why I didn't get sick off the rotten flesh. Oh, I am sick. Okay. Just didn't notice it. But I was just eating it because it was there. But the next step is to make plastic out of it, which is really good because I need a liquid processor, which I got the stuff for in advance. Made quite a bit of this stuff. Because these machine casings, like every single modular machine takes like 20 machine casings at least. Hello, horsey. But one of the things I want to show you is I haven't really decided where to. I'm probably going to put this over there like everything else. I don't like having everything outside, but my base is just, I don't know where these things, how big these are and stuff like that. But what was I going to do? There's something to do with plastic. Oh yeah. Sorry. Could have had a busy day. This is still not really getting anywhere, right? Still only got 10. None of these are things. None of these seem to have grown. And then my sort of control group of the ones I put over here barely seem to grow either. And I've been AFK at least an hour overall. Plus all the times I've been working trying to figure out what was broken. So I am almost curious if there was a change in the mod pack to these don't grow. Because, you know, I got the gadget, so it's loaded, and none of these have grown in a very long time. Not since, the first time I put them down, really. I am almost curious if these, when you get broken at, like, level 1, you know, level 2 and higher, these don't grow anymore. You know, you have to completely break it and replant it. There it is. Can't even see it. And that'll grow. But these are stuck saying they're fully grown even though they're not. That's what I'm guessing. So we'll figure out the weed problem, but I think that might be the issue, which really sucks because those grow pretty slow. To have to manually destroy them and replant them. There's a harvest scythe or something scythe that'll do that for you. You still have to swing it, but there's like a big group of things like vein mines all plants and replants them or something. But the other good thing about the redstone engine, figuring how that works, like I might be able to use it on items now, although I don't know if it's a good idea. But yeah, so this is going. More than keeping up. All these are still full. These engines are stopped because the places they're putting water into are all full. And the pipes are holding water too. So these also go into the pipes directly, so I don't even think they're taken from my reservoir. So yeah, I went overboard. I think just 2 pipes would have worked. But if you look, the steam is going to make up like 200 per second, more or less, if not more. Because every like 4 ticks at one time. So no problem with propane. Diesel's going to be, or the naphtha might be an issue. Yeah, we're down to 10,000. We have like 17,000. We got quite a bit of diesel now, but the oil production is lacking. I kind of need more oil. There's also a thermokinetic thing generator that only takes Constantine plates and steel, which isn't too bad. I mean, Constantine is just copper and nickel. I guess it's a really good power source. I noticed the system collapse when I watched that episode for the chemical mixer. All of this stuff is pretty much powered by that, and I guess it's way more safe, convenient than what I've been using. I don't know if it's better, but it's just ice on one side and lava on the other, and you get power. I'm not sure how much, because I don't know how much you get for any of this stuff, to be honest. Not exactly. I don't get exact numbers. So we got a blueprint for the liquid processor. It's a box. Got actually just an energy input, a fluid input and a fluid output and a controller. So it's really simple compared to the other one actually. Don't need the vents or anything. Okay, casing, controller, fluid input, fluid output, energy input. Although that's funny about the system collapse is he wasn't using these pipes at all. He was still using those BC pipes and that for the most part. And I thought they sucked bad. Also really hard to make because you got to make pipe sealants and you got to make the pipes. Okay, so here's my big tank of propane. I can't remember what propane is. Plastic's made of. Is it propane and what? Oh, it's just propane and nothing else. Okay, okay. So we're gonna make a spot here, sort of below this. We're gonna have a hovering silo. Unfortunately, I don't feel like pulling out my shovel. And I need to level up my pickaxe, right? Yeah, it's got like 2,000 blocks to go. It needs another modifier. It gets damaged a bit too easily. Probably go with unbreaking. It's kind of a cheap thing to do, but it's too awesome to get. Because it's, the mending moss, I mean, it was kind of a bad idea to be honest. Just seems like, I mean, it's good in that, you can get a non-unbreakable pickaxe to regenerate itself pretty fast, but completely unbreaking is kind of better. Oh yeah, this is that weird. You need a block to touch. Oh, I didn't move it. Yeah, it kind of goes back from where you put it, so you need a block in the front to touch. I think the mending moss would have works really well on my armor, and it works pretty good on probably a weapon if you needed it. But everything else, like the tools, just don't get enough XP unless you do a lot of mining of ore chunks that give you. I'm not sure why the thing isn't all visible. So energy input, no. Small item output, no. Fluid output, there we go. That's the energy, right? Okay. Now we just need the fluids. Oops. Fluid input. Okay, and then we're pretty much done if we can figure out where the controller is. It's probably on the side facing the wall. Okay. So we have an issue of either have the power facing the right way, or we make it really hard for ourselves to get the. Well, we only need the interface to start it up. I don't think there's other things. Oh, by the way, I was trying to other recipes in the chemical mixer to see if it was just the recipe that was messed up. But unfortunately, the only recipe I have available to me at this stage of the game, at least, was that one. There's absolutely nothing in the chemical mixer that I could find to try it. So there we go. And torches, because we don't want a creeper. What? I thought I put torches. Okay. This should be good. Okay. Blueprint none. There we go. Oops. Liquid processor. Now, the problem with this is I don't think you get. Let's try plastic. Molten plastic. So it is propane and this, right? But my problem is there is no way to tell what recipes it can make in here that I can tell. And like I said, there's no modular machinery book, so you just got what the advancements tell you, and if that's it. There's no like other way to figure out these things, I don't think. Unless you basically already know. Okay. Do I have pipes on me? Yes, I do. Ooh. I will need a lever. Output. Oh man. Input. Yeah, I gotta flip that. These are slightly modular in that as long as you mirror it properly, it should still work, right? Input right there, right? Machine casing. And then, oh wait, the output was on the bottom. Or no, it wasn't. Only the energy's on the bottom. Oh, I moved it for my torches, I think. I was like, where is it? So we don't want our output on that side if we can help it. Unfortunately, no, you can't just do that. I don't know why. Let's see here. Blueprints. I have to switch the sides of the controller and the power. So yeah, it's left-right dependent somehow. Tiny fluid output, yes. Now I put fluid input on this side. Yeah. Break this and see. Nope. So we really do have to switch these. That's very weird. Unless I missed the block. Did I miss? No. Yeah, it's not the right block. So energy input. We're gonna have that on the far side. In casing, and then controller. There we go. It is really dependent. You can't just flip even one dimension. That's kind of sad. That is sucky. Because getting power is going to be a pain. I am debating what would have been worse. Routing the inputs of those around or what, but we're gonna stick with this. And then lever. I have a lever. Of course not. I had some levers and I've used them because immersive engineering, you need a lot of them. Like everything needs to be turned on. Although I could swap the redstone signals to always be on. I need the lever to turn it off. But pulling out my hammer is almost as hard as pulling out the lever. Wow. Of those 18 or 20 some odd levers I got from the gas tower, I'm down to like 12 or 13. And I've also made a couple that I just couldn't find my levers. Couldn't be bothered. Whoever thought I would go through so many levers? In theory, I probably even need more, because not all these silos are actually outputting any yet. There's nothing to output. Come on. Get up there. Okay, that's going. Now, power. Going to be an issue. We got those. We got a connector. We got wire. Just. So, my theory is down. Ooh, there's a freaking cave here. I knew that, in theory. I mean, I've been in here enough to get coal before I made. Didn't need coal as much. Because I have so much charcoal now. Okay, so that can go there. I didn't know if it was on the bottom, so. That there. In theory, that's good. Whoops, come on. I think we'll do it there. And this is where those thermoelectric powers that system class was using would be useful, is I could just put one right next to this machine and call it good. I wouldn't have to run wires to everything in my base, but I don't know. I think it sort of breaks the spirit of this mod, where you are supposed to run wires everywhere. Also, I like my water wheels. Oh, there we go. This is where I find out if I have blocks in the way. Okay. Now, can I go that far? Not really done too many long distance wires. Block. And is that block in the way too? Probably should have preemptively removed it. Not waited to see. One thing I was unsure about on the System Collapse video is he seemed to have a lot of things that weren't available in my age. I don't know if it's been patched out, but he had ender chests, right? But mine says not available to age 4. Well, it did before, it doesn't now. But now I don't have a recipe, so it's still messed up. I don't know. But I don't have ender chests. He also had diamond everything, and I don't have access to diamonds yet. Oh, it's a platinum. Oh, it's a platinum one. Okay, maybe he didn't have a diamond then. It just looked like a diamond one. I thought he had diamonds though. But yeah, so it just seemed like he had a different mod than me somehow, slightly. Because I don't have ender chest yet. But yeah, this is completely and utterly full. Did not get drained at all. This water production, even with just 3 engines, is probably enough to run a couple solar towers. And I was actually thinking, if I put another solar tower like right next to this one, could it double use these same solar reflectors? You know, like the ones the sides they share. If you ever need that much steam for like a thermoelectric generator. So is this getting power? Yes. Yes it is. Okay. I only had to use 2 relays. That's not too bad. And this is working. And I need to put the blueprint back in this thing. Okay. Liquid processor. No recipe found. Oh, that's because it's full. Did it work without the blueprint in there? I thought it didn't. Okay, so now the thing is, these don't output automatically, far as I remember. You can't just put a pipe on there. You have to have some sort of extraction pipe or hopper like I did on the other one. But let's just get a bucket for the advancement. The invention of plastic. Now we need a plastic molder from modular machinery and plastic sheets, and this should be the end of this particular thing. I really wanted to do those Steve carts, but just didn't have a reason to. And I never did find that nether just yet. Let's see what the plastic molder takes. I have quite a few parts. I don't think I'll do it on this episode. Oh, I don't have the plans for it. Plastic molder, 2 pieces of paper and a blue dye. I do have that. Now I'm gonna go crazy in a second. But I'm gonna do it in a more controlled environment. Let's see what the plastic looks kind of like starlight. And we're gonna do the does it burn test. Yes, yes it does. Get me out, get me out. Run to the fire. Run to the water. There we go. But yes, it's a very important test, you know. You gotta do the does it burn test. Otherwise you would have never known steam and gasoline and all that stuff is safe. Okay, so blue dye. Becoming a really popular thing. All these blueprints take blue dye. Luckily it's just lapis. I mean, I don't like wasting lapis, but it's either lapis or finding a blue flower that's not light blue for a change. Okay, so we got a blueprint. Ooh, it's a small machine. 14 casings instead of the normal 20. Controllers, item input, item output, energy. We could build that. I mean, it's kind of a long episode already, though. So I think I will end it here. I am a little short on machine casings, right? No, I still got 60. But yeah, I am going to end it here just because between my talking and building this one machine, we took up quite a time. I'm trying to keep these a little shorter, but I'm sure this is at least 40 minutes already. And I do need to build a tank to hold up the backup plastic. But yeah, guys, this is Justa Guy signing off. Catch you later. Bye.